I am going to attempt brioche sourdough hamburger buns for the first time. I have never done it. Apparently it just takes a really long time, so in for a long haul, but hopefully it's worth it. Fingers crossed. I started by adding 260 grams of bread flour, 130 grams of room temperature milk, 1 egg, 30 grams of sugar, and 5 grams of salt. I combined this together with my sweet stiff starter that I made about 18 hours before, because you do have to wait for it to peak before you can use it. And then I gave them a good mix. When my whisk was no longer useful, I switched and just used my hand to kind of knead it together into a smooth ball with no lumps. And now we wait for 10 minutes. That happens too. It's fine. Obviously, life is real. It's fine. I was supposed to slowly add 45 grams of soft butter as my mixer was on low, but you know, it worked out. It was okay. This low mixer speed went on for about 20 to 25 minutes, and my dough was still a little sticky at the end. So I decided to knead by hand for a little bit, just to make sure everything was well incorporated and my dough would be ready to rise. I oiled my bowl and then added my dough back in and covered that, and then left it to the side to do its first rise. It needs to at least double, and sometimes those sweet stiff starters can take a long time. This ended up being about a 13-hour wait for me. At 5 o'clock the next morning, I was half expecting it to be overproofed, but it wasn't. I was so delighted when that happened. So it was time to take the dough out of the bowl, weigh it, and then divide into 6 even-ish portions. It did need just a little bit of help coming out of the bowl, but honestly not much. And it was so nice and fluffy. Like, the dough felt perfect. I was very excited that I could do something like that. This was my first time, and so I was really nervous, but it all worked out. My dough was the perfect weight for each little portion to be 110 grams. And so I used my bench tool to kind of separate the dough. At first, I was going to try and roll them like I do bagels, but then I decided, they're more bread-like, so let's just do this. It'll be fine, and rolled it more like I would a sourdough loaf. I did this for each portion, and then I put them into a greased 9x13 baking pan so that they could rise a second time and then be ready to bake.